Okay, hello Marika. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
So you are a writer. Are you a journalist?
No, not officially, but I also write about the social issues and other things that are close to my heart.
Okay, so you're a freelance writer then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't write for newspapers or for online
Yeah,
publications?
I write for online websites and stuff like that. Yes.
How did you get started doing that? Have you done this for your whole life?
I started writing when I was about 7 years old, and I just wrote like short novels and stuff like that. Then in 2014, I published my first novel in Italian, and then I published three books in Italian, and my first one in English, a book for young adults, which focuses on Afghanistan, and it has been released this September. And last year, I also started writing once in a while for like online websites and stuff like that.
So the book that we're going to talk about today is Letters from Afghanistan. And
Yes.
when did you write this book?
About 5 years ago, I wrote the first draft in Italian, and then I read what I've written, and I found out that the story is really good, not because I'm the writer, but because I think it has a lot of potential. And so I felt like I was wasting it just to make it available only to Italians. So I translated the whole book. I changed the names of the characters, the settings, and everything. And then I had a friend who is a native British speaker. She helped me because she's also a professional editor, so she helped me to fix the book. But I'm very proud because she said that there wasn't that much to fix. So I'm very proud because it's not easy to write a novel at all, but it's not easy to write a novel in another language. So I'm very happy because the people are giving me a good feedback. I'm getting good reviews, and I really like that. But the most important thing to me is that people are responding to the message of the book.
Okay, is the book a fiction or is it?
Yeah,
It is a fiction. Did you go
yeah, it's
to?
a fix.
Did you go to Afghanistan?
No, and I've never been to Afghanistan. I think it's not very easy to go there. I think you have to work for an humanitarian organization or stuff to go there. But I've done my research because I never write about topics or places I don't really know without doing a proper research. So I just wanted to write a story. The main character of the book is not an Afghan girl, but it's a California girl. Her name is Olivia. She's 14 years old. And during her summer vacation from school, her geography teacher set her an assignment to write letters to a girl aged 14 years old as well, named Basia in Afghanistan. And so this is how these girls connect, but the story is told through Olivia's point of view, because I suppose that most of the readers are from the Western world, so they would relate more to Olivia. So we get to know Basia and her life and all that goes on in Afghanistan just through the emails and letters that Olivia gets. And basically, we see the transformation of Olivia because she's just a girl like the girls we see around us, that she cares about boys, she focuses on school, she has all the teenage struggles. But then she gets to know as she understands that the world is way bigger than her own house, and that there are people who have to deal with much more with issues that are more serious than boy problems or stuff like that. So then we come to a point when Baz is in need, and she has to decide what she has to do. Will she turn her back on Baz because she lives somewhere else and they never met in person, or is she going to do something to help Baz and to make the world a better place?
Okay, what happens? I mean, I don't want to give away the whole story, but this was before the American pullout in
Yeah.
Afghanistan, right?
Mhm.
So it was before the Taliban took over
Yes.
the country. Okay,
Yes.
what? Just give us an idea of what the Afghan girl's life was like in Afghanistan. Was it restricted? Did she have to cover herself when she went out in public? Was she allowed to go to school? What was going on in her life?
Yes, yeah, she lives in a small village which really exists. So she's not from like a big city like Kabul, where maybe some women can have more freedom. So she goes to school, but she struggles a lot because she has to walk quite a while before going to school. Then she sees her classmates going like their parents marry them off, so she's afraid that her father is going to find someone for her to marry, and she's only 14 years old, and she doesn't want to be married now, and in that way she hopes to meet a man one day that she loves and she will choose. So she's afraid of that because she has older siblings, older sisters, and they've been already married off and they're not happy. So she's afraid that that's her destiny. And her dream is to become a teacher. And she connects with Olivia because the school she attends has been funded by a friend of Olivia's teacher. So this is an American NGO. There are American women who are there trying to help these girls. And they also open these girls' eyes because they have the computer in the school. So they watch videos on YouTube. They connect through email with Olivia and their classmates. So they see, Basia understands that there is much more than a small village in the world, but she has to fight every day just to go to school. She's afraid of landmines. She knows people from her village who have been killed or wounded by landmines. So maybe we can see like Olivia that she complains about taking the school bus because there are girls who make fun of her. And then we see Basia that is afraid every morning of boys following her, going to school, or of stepping on a landmine. So we can see the two different sides, the two different kind of worries that the girls have.
I noticed on your website that you had another article or something you'd written about the Olympic swimmer, the paraplegic.
Mm-hmm.
What is his name? I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
Me too.
You too? Okay.
Karim, or something like that. I think, yeah, he just made like an appointment, an online video like we're doing now on Airbnb, and the people could simply register and join a conversation with him. So I did it because I was inspired by his story. I've heard about his story, so I wanted a chance to hear because it's an inspiring story. Someone who doesn't have arms and is able to swim at the level. And so I had the chance to ask him a bit about Afghanistan, as you can read in my article. And yeah, because it's not easy to connect from, like here in Italy, to connect. I'm from a small village with people from Afghanistan. So I also wanted to reach out to people coming from Afghanistan or living in Afghanistan to understand if there is something in the novel that maybe it's not completely correct, that I should change, or on the contrary, if there is something that I think that I did really good. So yeah, that's also what I try to do.
Okay, yeah, it looked like a very interesting story. Was that a story or a whole book or just an article?
What the one about the Olympic swimmer is just an article.
Oh, it's just an article. Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's still swimming now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was pretty recent. And then maybe I also would like to say a bit about the message of the book.
Okay.
Yeah, because people sometimes assume that the book is just about Afghanistan or is mainly about Afghanistan, but that's not the case. I chose Afghanistan because even prior to the latest events, it was one of the worst countries to be born a woman. So I think it's just one country, but it speaks for all the other countries in which human rights are violated, in which girls have to fight every day to go to school, in which girls are afraid to be married to someone they don't love, and stuff like that. So it's just not Afghanistan. Afghanistan is just the place I chose to give a voice to all the people struggling around the world. And the reason why I didn't set the novel in Afghanistan, the main character is not Basil, but it's Olivia. It's because I want people, especially young people, to understand that we all can and should do something to make the world a better place. Through my own experience, like 6 years ago, I set up my own charity to support young people with cancer here in Italy, and that has changed my life for the better. It's been hard and it's still hard, but it's something that really changed you as a person. And then I also realized that I could use my passion and my talent for writing and to use it in a good way. So I started writing these kind of novels, and then now I want to travel all around the world, and I want to connect with people. And then I'm going to write diaries about it, about this experience, and I will focus on what they have to say, not on my impressions or what I think about this or that. No, just about the way they want to talk with the rest of the world, to share their own life experience, because I don't know about America, but here in Italy, I see quite a lot of people that think just about, their own small land, their own home, and they don't really see that there is so much going on in the world. They think maybe we can't do much about what's happening in Afghanistan, about all these refugees coming to Italy with nothing. They're afraid of someone who's considered different. And one of the goals of this book is to encourage differences, to celebrate difference, because being different is good. If we were all similar, all exactly the same, it wouldn't be a good world. I don't know if I can explain myself
No,
in
I
a good
think you.
way. So I think the book just wants to tell to people, do something. Everyone can do something. Doesn't matter where you live, your age, how much money you have, stuff like that. You can care for the people living next door. You can connect through technology with someone living on the other side of the world. You can donate money. You can donate a smile. You can donate time. I think we are living in a time in which we see so many bad things going on, not only in Afghanistan but everywhere in the world. And I think if each of us does something to bring a positive view to the world, I think it's really, really important, because then we join hands and we can make an actual difference. And maybe I don't think we can do what the governments should do, but maybe we can create like a big voice that governments can listen to and maybe bring some change.
Well, I think that's a great message. Can you give out your website?
Yes, but I think it's better if you can pronounce it, because I can't do the spelling of the whole name and surname.
Oh, all right. Well, then it's MARICLA PANNOCCHIA.net. We do have to wrap this up now. Thank you so much
Sure.
for coming.